All right, ladies, so we're looking at the first lesson of 10.5, which is going to be all about World War One. So we're going to explain the multiple causes of World War One and the importance specifically of the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, because this is going to be our immediate cause. All right, so we have four key terms, one of which you should be familiar with, which is imperialism. We've talked about that word over and over and over again in the last unit. Turning point is a major event, idea, or historical development that brings about a significant change. It can be local, regional, national, or global. When we are looking for a turning point, in this case, we are specifically usually looking for a specific event, but this is going to be the last question on a CRQ. So first set is cause and effect. Second set, you have either similar difference or turning point. The alliances. So when you have an alliance, you have an ally, okay, someone that you are friendly with, a union or association formed for mutual benefit, and it's specifically between countries or organizations. Assassination, the murder of a prominent or important person. This is going to be our immediate cause. It has to be a prominent or important person for it to be an assassination. There has to be a purpose behind it. It can't just be that they murdered one random person. They murdered a specific person for a specific reason. So Europe in 1914. So if we take a look at this map, you will start to see what are going to end up being the two sides. You have the Triple Entente, also known as the Allies. All right, and then you have the Central Powers. If you notice, the Central Powers are in the center of Europe, hence where they get their name. So they're in the center of the fighting. Most of your fighting is going to be happening in Belgium and on the coast of France, though there will be also a bunch of fighting here in Russia. All right, and this is where our trenches are going to be, which we're going to talk about in the next lesson. Okay, so most of our fighting is happening in France and Russia, and they're primarily fighting Germany. So you should have watched the video, or you can pause here, you can go to the next video and come back. If you are struggling with this cartoon, you can kind of take a look. When we're thinking about point of view, please do not forget, we are thinking about the feeling. We are looking for something, is it positive or is it negative? Okay, how do they feel about it being a cause? So what's the point of view in the fact that the alliances caused it? So if we look at this very first one, and I know it's hard to read on the map, but this country right here, that's Serbia. And he says, if you touch me, I'll do, and he's kind of threatening this guy. But what he's doing is he's kind of pulling his fist up there and says, if you make me, I'll do this if you do this move. But then what we have is we have Russia. So here's Austria-Hungary, and he's getting ready to kind of beat on Serbia. Russia is an ally of Serbia, and he's saying, if you go after that little fella, I'm gonna come and hit you. And then over here, it's hard to see, but this is Germany. And Germany is friends with Austria-Hungary. So he says, if you go after my friend, I'll do this. And then each guy after is kind of having this back and forth. So what we're looking at with the point of view is how do they feel about the alliances as a cause of World War I?